Preview time for race number 2, and the second on the program is over the 1200 metres, and the Hulk was scratched on the 25th due to a fever. He has since trialled up at Chungfa. Mighty Stride won on debut, carries an extra £5. Regency Bobo is a 3-time course and distance winner. Right Honourable comes back in trip. Wind Speeder has the crossover noseband off. Eagle Run and Nice to Be Bet horses 6 and 8 both having their first start. As is 9 Tegepi. Glenelly General's up in trip to the 1200 metres. Turbo Power comes back to the 1200, and the 14 Snow-A-Lot has the blinkers going on again. He's won a trial since his last start. 7th Mighty Stride, the big horse to the front here, Tom.
Yes, he was very good first up, sat just off the speed, and it was a handy debut from him, got into the clear. Eagle Run, he's a newcomer, he's been pushed forward to lead. He wasn't the best away in his recent barrier trial, and then you've got Marvel Dragon into Wind Speeder Paul with a crossover noseband off.
Yeah, there's no really clear leader in this race. Mighty Stride led in his trials before his debut run and then was handy, so I think he might end up leading.
We can find out a little bit more about that now, because Nick was talking to his trainer Ricky Yu at Sha Tin yesterday morning.
Ricky, Mighty Stride was very impressive on his debut. He runs again this weekend on a big Sunday. You must have been impressed with that first race.
Yes, I mean, he was a trial winner before he came to Hong Kong, and he done well ever since. You know, he came here in the last season before he turns 4. And he done a few trials, and he won in a good style, and he won the first up, and he'll do well again because he's still in the class 4, which is manageable to do well again in class 4.
Did you expect that on debut? I mean, did you come into the race thinking that we've got a chance here of perhaps winning?
Yes, to be honest, I already advised the owner that this horse will do really well first up, according to his trial.
Yeah. How has he been since that win, Ricky? Do you feel he's progressed coming into his second race?
Oh yes. Not long after he won, they sent him back to China, and he's been doing well. All the feedback is positive.
You've got Christophe Lemaire riding as well. I mean, he's a superstar jockey. Was that always the plan to get one of these big international jockeys, knowing that they were here?
No, that was a plan B.
Okay. I was on Miguel Barcelona, I suppose.
Plan A was the jockey won on him, Barcelona, but he's positive now. So suddenly come up my mind that use this international jockey.
Yeah, he's quite a big horse, Ricky, as well. You stick to 1200 metres. Do you think that's where he's best suited for the time being?
To start with, I think only the beginning of his career, and start with 12. I think I'm not surprised he'll do well, like maybe up to even a mile.
And these owners, they've had some big horses, haven't they? It was a Mighty Giant. He was quite a big horse.
That was just a coincidence, you know.
Okay.
They even put his Mighty Giant and him together. They look similar, and then also chested with a big white face.
He's an imposing type, is Mighty Stride, as was the now retired Mighty Giant. Couple of first starters to look at here, Tom, when we start with Eagle Run. This is him leading for home out of the Douglas White Barn.
Now, he won a trial at the Gold Coast by 11 lengths, which might be a little questionable with the opposition he faced there. And he was quite hard ridden in this trial, Paul, and he hasn't been the quickest away, but he did find some speed after the gates opened. Happy to watch, though.
Yeah, me too. Blinkers on debut, 5 trials. £12.29, quite a big horse, but being by Starcraft, you think he'd want longer than 1200 anyway.
He's won those blinkers in the last 3 of those 5 trials, including that one there that he holds on to win. Our next first starter, Paul, he does look to be the best of the chances of the debut runners.
Yeah, look, I've been taken with his trials. I think his trials have been very strong. £11.49 pounds for him, the 3 trials. Does get back, but look, he's got a really good finish on him, and you can see him, once he got into the clear, he hit the line strongly.
Richard and Chantel Jolly Horse. This guy won a trial at Murray Bridge by 6 3/4 lengths. He'd had a couple of trials over in South Australia. He looked pretty professional on what he's done so far. Prior to this trial, he'd run 2/4, so I think he's tuned up well.
Frankie Law trains Nice to Be Met, making his Hong Kong debut. Enough for you to put him on top, Paul?
Yeah, I'm going to put him on top. I thought it was a good, strong win from him. Mighty Stride will be tough to beat, though. It was a good debut run from him, so he's had that one run under his belt. Marvel Dragon, I think, can put himself into the race. I'm going to put the Hulk in as well. The Hulks ran well, I thought, when he came down back here into Class 4, Joe Moreira aboard. 8, 2, 13 and 1.
8 on top for me as well, and that is nice to be met. His trials have looked really good. He's looked professional with there. Zach Purton rides for us. Frankie Law, I should say. 2 Mighty Stride, he's certainly in off that debut run. 12 Turbo Power's been consistent without striking, and Glenelly Generals is up a bit in body weight here, and he was a bit unlucky down the straight last start. So 8, 2, 12 and 10.
Nice to be met. The second favourite in early betting, Mighty Stride, 2.9 to remain unbeaten and make it 2 for 2.